What's up, world? This is Junior the Truth, man. What's the damn deal? Coming to you with another quick edition of OTM that is on the move, featuring, sponsored by, presented by yours truly, Junior the Truth. Thank you so much for watching this video. At the conclusion of the video, please be sure to like, comment, share, and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me via social media everywhere. I can be found with the handle Junior the Truth, JuniorTheTruth, over all the social media platforms. Also, be sure to visit the website. Website's housed at www.JuniorTheTruth.com. You saw the title of the video, you clicked on it, you know why you're here, man. Let's get to it. Hey, man, I had a very interesting argument, exchange, whatever you want to have it, with a friend of mine, one of my homeboys. So we were basically, the genesis of the argument is there's a fight that's coming up featuring a black fighter, boxer, and he just basically made the statement that he hoped that the the black fighter, actually gets his ass knocked out or whatever. And I said, well, why? And it wasn't that, you know, he was a fan of the other person. It wasn't that he supported the other person, followed his career, or any of that. He just doesn't like the black fighter. So I asked why. You know what I'm saying? So I went on this information seeking binge, question binge as to why. Why don't you like this dude? Why don't you like the black fighter? And this is a black man I'm arguing with, or talking to. Man, I just don't like him, man. He just this, he just that, whatever. And I'm like, well, why? I don't like that. Doesn't really compute to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't really compute to me. When you say stuff like he's flashy, he's this, he's that, he's arrogant, he's this, but then in the same breath you cheer for Conor McGregor, who is all of those things. You know what I'm saying? Or and Conor McGregor is an example, who's all of those things. Like, I don't really, and there's several fighters or athletes, it's not just even fighters, athletes who have been, flashy and brash and, boastful and so on and so forth or whatnot. And they are some of the favorite athletes or American sons, you know what I mean, in our culture or whatnot. And I just don't really, I just can't really connect the dots in regards to just black people. And in particular, in this instance, I'm talking about a black man, like another black man, going to the degree of saying, hey, man, I want him to get his ass knocked out because I just don't like him. Then the thing came up and he said, man, he's just not humble. And that shit set me off, man. Because it's like this, like, to be, and I'm speaking for myself and my own experience, to be black is a constant reminder, or to be a black man is a constant reminder of the importance of humility. Like, that's it. Be humble. Be humble. Like, that's all you ever hear. I'm talking about myself. Let me stop generalizing. As a black man, that's all I ever hear, man. Be humble. You got to be humble. Just be thankful. Be humble. Be humble. And so my thing is, and when I see other demographics of people, they don't live in that constant state of the reminder to be humble. I just had this conversation with a white colleague of mine, and I'm basically like, dude, do you live in a constant reminder, a constant state, or a reminder to just be humble? And he's like, no. So I figured that shit out. That shit is it's only for the descendants of slaves, that you live in this constant state and this constant reminder to be humble. Be humble, be humble. Now, you know me, man. If you've been following my platform, you understand, man, I love everybody. If I fuck with you, I mess with you. Tough, pause. But if I deal with you, I deal with you. And that's right, wrong, indifferent, white, black, whatever. Asian, whatever. If I deal with you, I deal with you. If you about the right shit, then I rock with you. But if you about that bullshit, I'm not rocking with you at all. You know what I mean? At all. And I have no problem voicing my opinion on certain issues. And so my thing is this, man. Like, I know what happened, and we're not gonna go into a history lesson, and I'm not gonna dive too far into the psychology of black people based on the effects or the reciprocity of slavery and our experience in America. There's no need to dive into that. However, This shit where we just don't support each other is ridiculous. And then it goes even further. Like, it's one thing to not support each other, but then it goes even further where you go out your way to actually wish bad or to have bad thoughts or bad wishes for somebody else. You know what I mean? And especially black men, like especially black men. But it's open season on us, like especially. And if you can't, like, I understand there are black people, white people, whatever. I understand that there are black men that are out here on that bullshit. Like, I get it. But you talk about somebody that's an entertainer. You talk about somebody that's an athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you would just go beyond to actually hate this person. Then the only reason is, oh, I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like nothing like, we just don't like ourselves. Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you got to necessarily cheer for somebody just because they, you know, black or, you know, whatever the case may be. But do you have to wish ill shit on them because they black? Like, it's just I don't know, man. It's just a slippery slope. And so my thing is this, man. And it's not just athletics. It's just in general in society. We've reached a place where we are so desensitized. Black men, we're so desensitized to each other. We're so desensitized to the plight that we all have, which is the same plight that you have. You know what I mean? You're just at a different, you know, you might just be in a different space. But we're so desensitized to each other, man. It's ridiculous, bruh. Like, it is truly, truly ridiculous. And I know that there be people who say, oh, you know, you're always talking about the race thing and the race shit and all that. Man, it's not for you. You know what I mean? It's not for you. And that's all I have to say about that. I would tell you, fuck you. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to. I'm going to just say, hey, this is not for you. You know what I mean? If you can't look in our culture and see or our society and see the mistreatment and the harsh treatment of certain demographics of people, if you can't see the killings of unarmed black men, and if you can't see, you know, just the systematic structures that are in place that lead to, you know, discrimination or harsh treatment of black males, then this is not for you. You know what I mean? And that's just the bottom line. And it's not about making excuses or none of that kind of stuff, because I'm a black man. I'm a professional. I'm a business owner. I'm a husband. I'm a father, and I do okay for myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay. Obviously, I don't miss meals. Like, I'm doing all right, but I still see and understand the systematic systems and devices that are in place, and I understand the purposes of them. And at the end of the day, we just can't afford, as black men, we just cannot afford to not support, love, and encourage each other. Stop hating, man. Let's issue a ceasefire. Like, black men, we need a ceasefire. We need to stop firing on each other. Stop hating on each other. Stop that bullshit. And we need to come. And if you have a problem, it's just like in my family, man. Like, you know, my family with my little brothers and my cousins, and if we have an issue with each other, I never go to social media to attack my little brother or, you know, my cousins. Or if we got an issue, that shit takes place offline. You know what I'm saying? And if it comes down to, hey, we might need to get out here in this grass. Like, that's what it just comes down to. And that's what we have to do. Like, we have to operate out of genuine love, genuine care, and concern for each other. I know this shit is totally bypass the sports arena, but I'm saying just in general, man, we have to get to a place where we support each other and we have real life love and real life arenas and avenues to each other where we can just support each other. And if your brother is on that bullshit, then hold him accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, there's no doubt about it. Like, I understand solely, but to just go out your way and to just be negative and to hate only because, you know, I don't like you, I don't like the way you look, I don't like what you stand for or whatever, that's bullshit. Because just like you have the right to choose who you want to cheer for and what you want to do, people have the right individually to do what they want to do, and to pursue their happiness. So ultimately, it is what it is. We need to issue a ceasefire, man. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Really, truly appreciate it, man. I'd like to know your thoughts. Any cares, concerns, how do you view it? Be sure to follow me via social media everywhere. I can be found at the handle JuniorTheTruth, JuniorTheTruth. That's over all the social media platforms. Also, be sure to visit the website. It's housed at www.JuniorTheTruth.com. That's it, man. Thank you so much for watching. If you don't know anything else about me, at the end of the day, I got to keep pushing, baby.